All right, you guys, welcome to the team call. Thank you so much for being on, especially right now, like mid-December. I know like this holiday season is extra busy for all of us. And I know we span a couple different time zones now, and then it's pretty late for some of you guys. So thank you for your sacrifice. Thank you for your time. I'm so excited to be on. I'm really excited personally to be on because of the content tonight. So those of you that don't know, or they are listening to the recording, maybe you're brand new to the team. Jenn Fujii is one of our Star Diamond Rockstar leaders, and she was accepted into a pretty prestigious boot camp of Christine Dwyer's. I don't want to give too much away about the content of the call, but it's not easy to get into this business boot camp. Christine Dwyer is our head founding coach of Platinum Presenters. We're all part of her business lineage, and she's pretty scrupulous about who she lets into her camps. So Jenn has been in one for, I don't know, maybe 2 weeks. She'll fill us in, I'm sure, when she sets herself up for the call. But she's going to be talking about doing the daily dirties and hopefully feathering in some of what she's learning in her prestigious boot camp. So without further ado, I'm going to let her take it away. Everybody mute.
Hi, everyone. Thanks, Ellen. Can you guys all hear me? Yes? Shake your heads. Good. Okay. Hi, I'm Jenn Fujii. I love seeing all these new faces on tonight. Nick, I have yet to meet you. It's so nice to see you on the call and everybody else. So yes, tonight's call is the Down and Dirty Dailies. I have been in Christine Dwyer's business boot camp. This is my 3rd week. I just started day 1 of week 3. And I'm definitely going to get into like things that I've been doing, and I'm going to give you guys a top 10 list of things I've learned. And if you don't have out a notepad or however you guys like to take notes, I definitely recommend it because I'm going to be giving some specifics that will help you if you want to implement them into your business tomorrow. So I start every call I do with a quote, and tonight's quote is, "You are a product of the work. Your business is a product of the work." And as I got in preparation for tonight's call, and I love that there's so many new faces to me on tonight's call. It's December and we're all going into the new year, and it's such a great time to reflect. And I'm a really big thread the needle person, and it had been a minute since I didn't get to lead a team call in November. And I like to go back and thread some consistency and make sure I'm in touch with what Ellen's been talking about, and you know, that I'm not just spinning my wheels for me and for you guys. So I went back, and this is my 13th Team Play Hard call this year that I'm leading. And I wanted to recap a little bit on what we went through. And I think it's important because the new coaches coming on, sometimes team calls can be like, oh, and then for veteran coach, it's just like, we kind of get like, wait, didn't we just talk about that? And I think it's really important to see the needle that we thread through our businesses for consistency, so that we can say, oh yeah, I did that. And it gives us those very important stepping stones into our daily activities. So January and February, we did last year at this time, at the start of the year, we did New Year, New You business. And then that led into March, where I covered the 3 vital behaviors and how your present circumstances do not determine where you can go. They merely determine where you start. So that's really great for new coaches coming on to tonight's call. That call led into April, strategies for moving your business forward. You never know what poke is going to wake a sleeping bear. We talked about that. That led into May, which was about endurance and how consistency is the birth of everything. That led into June, how to create new revenue sources for your business and establishing value. In July, we talked about how you have to throw a stone to get a ripple effect in growing your business builders. In August, we started talking about transformations, which led into September. We talked in September about comparison is the death. So if consistency is the birth, then we got to talk about how comparison is the death of everything, which people have heard me say a million times. And then we also talked about putting you into your business. That was the next call we did, which stemmed from comparison. In October, the last call I led, I talked about, it led with one size does not fit all. And we talked about strategies and signing up challengers as new coaches. And so the reason I go through all these tonight is because I think it's so important that you look back on this year, and those of you who are new tonight, you can look back and see, oh, we have such great systems. I want to know about that system. And tonight we're going to take those systems and dial them down into what do we do every single day. But the funny thing is that we have these systems and we constantly talk about them. It's the everyday activities, the actual doing that creates the system. You know, the everyday eyes. John C. Maxwell does a great talk on this at Summit. He talked about the everyday eyes. And for example, I do a social media post. Every day I do a video post. Every day I reach out to my personally sponsored coaches. Every day I make a connection on Instagram. Every day it could be every day I eat breakfast. Every day I eat a snack. Every day I go to the bathroom. I mean, you have a system, you know, these everyday eyes ranging from every day I wake up, I set my alarm, you do something. Unbeknownst to you, that is what your current system is. You have a system. Now, the secret is, how do you fold in the new Beachbody daily activities? And so many coaches have the squirrel in the woods or the new shiny dog. And it's I need a system for how do I sign up new people? Oh, okay. That's a really good system by Kristen Dwyer. And I need a system for how do I keep track of my challengers? And I need a system on how to make videos. And Ellen has a really good system. Oh, look at that squirrel running in the woods. That squirrel's really cute and it's going up that tree. And I need some ice cream. You know, that system. And then we have paralysis by analysis. And instead of doing, we're thinking, and we become so overwhelmed with all these systems that we're like frozen. Failure to launch. And especially with new coaches, you come in and you're like, I know when I was a new coach, and she's like, whoa, she does what? I am so not right. It's overwhelming. And so how do you dial that back? I'm going to start with this, that everyday activities must be done even when you're uncomfortable, even when you don't feel good, when you're tired, when you don't want to, when your kids are running around and you have to go to sports, when you have people coming over for a holiday dinner, when you've been at school all weekend and you have to come home and do your homework, you don't want to do it. You got to do it. That's when that system really starts to take off. There isn't one single successful coach in our company that has not had a speed bump of the uncomfortable stuff that happens in life in their business. There's not one coach that stands up at platinum that hasn't had a family tragedy or hasn't, their dog got hit that week or they've been sick. We all have them. Not one of them goes without that. And so the great thing is that you, whether you started today or you've been here a year, are no different than me or Ellen or Christine Dwight. You're no different. And that knowledge should empower you. There's no secret sauce here. So realizing that you're no different, I'm going to give you guys some books that were given to me as in the first day of the Business Builders. I'm going to start with that little tidbit. The 3 books I was required to read are Punch Fear in the Face by John Acuff, Acuff, Punch Fear in the Face. The other book I was required to read is called Jab, Jab, Right Hook by Gary Vaynerchuk, Vayner And the other book I was required.
Jen,
yeah,
that's our keynote speaker at Summit, Gary V.
He's coming up.
He's going to be. It was just announced today. Gary.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. The book is great. Well, anyway, Jab, Jab, Right Hook is all about value, sell. and how you go about that. It's great. It's very applicable, very, again, implementable into your business tomorrow. And the other book is The Magic of Thinking Big by David Schwartz. All right. So then I had to print out, and I have this, and I think Ellen does too, and I'm happy to post this in the team page. I have a list. It's a sheet I was required to print out called the Beachbody Coaching Week in Action. And then I was also required to print out the No Matter What's every day. And this Beachbody Coaching Week in Action sheet that I have lived by is very similar to the business activity tracker in New Coach Training. It's just Christine Dwyer's version. And it's literally day by day. It's all these little boxes in an Excel spreadsheet. And I'm going to go down the top 10 things that I've had to do every day. Okay, so here it is. Every morning starts with a social media motivational post. Then every day is create content. And that content is anything from videos, challenge group posts, that you're putting together new content for your up and coming posts, that you're spending time building your content. The third thing is I've had to add 5 new people every single day via Instagram or Facebook or Twitter or however I choose to do that, whether that's meeting them in person. God forbid that you meet someone in person. You can go outside of social media and talk to real people. That's part of it. The fourth thing is on that list is responding to emails every day. The fifth thing is 15 to 30 minutes of training calls. I have had to listen to a minimum of 30 minutes of a call every single day. Christine posts at least a 30-minute to 45-minute video every day. And I'll tell you what, on a Tuesday, when you've been at work for 14 hours and the family and this and that, you look at the length of that video and you're like, what happened to the 5-minute video? I've had to follow up every day with those 5 people I reached out. I've had to follow up every day with at least 5 people. I've had to personally connect with either my personally sponsored coaches, which I do have, or if you don't and you're in that business boot camp, you have to reach out to your upline every single day. Every day. I have to check my team page every day. That's my 8th thing. The 9th thing is I have to connect with another 5 people from a master list, which I'm going to dial back to. And the 10th thing is manage my challenge group, or however many I'm running, which right now I'm running 2. That master list that I spoke of, I was required to make on the first day. And it is a list. It's 2 lists of 10. 10 people that you think would make great challengers. Don't think, just write. And then 10 people that you want to share the business opportunity with. Now, on some days, on that list of 10 I just gave you is also I have to reach out and make 5 new business share appointments. People that I'm going to meet up with and say, hey, I want to share the opportunity of what Beachbody coaching is with you. So that can seem, I look at that list, and although I do those things every day, and a lot of those things I already did, I have to say that without someone looking over my shoulder, for example, I own a gym. I work more than full time. I am the head trainer for my basketball team, a volleyball team, and I'm going to school right now and getting a 200-hour yoga teacher cert. And I was in school all weekend. So when I came home last night and I hadn't seen my husband all weekend and I have to do my homework, and this is the thing, if you don't do your homework and you miss one assignment, you get kicked out of the group. And not only do you get just kicked out, you get like publicly shamed. You get your name tagged on the Facebook. We have a Facebook group, and Christina's kicked out like 3 people. And, it's this long 3-paragraph, just so you all know, so-and-so was kicked out of the group today. And the reason is why. And it's like, it's intense. This girl not playing around. Okay. She's serious. But the thing about it is that you have to, whether I agree with her style or not, at the end of the day, she's a multi-millionaire businesswoman. So I might not agree with it and it might not be my style. However, I have to respect that this is how she has established her culture. She has set her business, and as someone who wants to grow their business, like those of you on this call, you know, that there's a process that she's works for her. So part of the reason I came home and did that homework last night is because I didn't want to be publicly shamed. I didn't want to get in trouble. And I didn't want to let anyone down. So I also realized that it's short-lived. It's 30 days. However, that being said, some of the things that I've walked away with from this experience, even though for those of you who don't know, in Team Inspired Fitness, the team I lead, I have my downline in just Team Inspired Fitness is a little over 200 coaches right now. So I have coaches I reach out to, and I feel like I've been doing a really good job. And I know Ellen would say I'm really consistent and I'm a great business builder, and I have all these like accolades, but I had to step up everything I do. I mean, it really drove home that wherever we are, if we want to go to the next level, it really is constantly diving into the 95% of the things that you do for 5% of the spotlight. You know, and the 95% of the things it takes is the 3 vital behaviors. I've done those every day without fail, which is inviting, personal development, and being proof of the product. And the 95% of what makes our business go around is recruiting, sales, and marketing. And a lot of those things I don't, like you guys, I don't want to do. Like before this call tonight, I reached out and I sent shares to Ellen's business opportunity on Wednesday night. And I really would have rather ate something, but I decided to wait to eat till after the call because it was prime time. Just really dialing in how I'm using my time, how I'm utilizing, and where am I putting in those daily non-negotiables, those daily activities. So every day without fail, I've done the 3 vital behaviors. I've upped the ante 3 vital behaviors. And as a result of that, I have made 3 business share appointments for the next 3 weeks, which I typically share the business within the context of where I work. It's not normal in my business practice to go to Starbucks on a Saturday or a Sunday with my iPad and have a business opportunity meeting. And I'm doing that as a result of the work I've done in this boot camp. I have, the coach I added last week, I wouldn't have added her that particular week had it not been for the follow-up I was forced to do. And the thing is when you do the inviting every single day, you guys, you're forced to go outside of what you constantly do every day, because it's not like we're like, oh, hey, I just met 5 new people today. Like that doesn't happen. You're forced to go outside of your comfort zone and be uncomfortable and go introduce yourself to people in the line at Starbucks, little things like that. The daily inviting, the being proof of the product, and the personal development. When you do that every single day, that is what drives the 95%. Now, where you are in your business, whether or not you just started coaching last week, that you've been like me and you're here a year and a half, or you're Ellen and you're 4 or 5 years down the road, where you are determines what those daily activities are. And it determines the 95% of how you get the 5% limelight. But here's the deal. If you want longevity, when you do those daily activities and you pretend I or Ellen or whoever your uplines are looking over your shoulder and they're like, hey, did you do this today? Did you do the 3 vitals? I want to see your list. Jenn Fujii, I want to see your list, and write down names and turn in your homework every day. I don't want to do that. It's like it made me think of when I was competing and I wanted that 3rd gold medal. I did things all the time I really didn't want to do. So it forces me to think, okay, do I really want this? Do I really want the end result? Because if I don't, I'm just going to stop, right? But if I do, and you guys do too, that empowers me and inspires me to do what I don't necessarily always want to do. like reach out to 5 new people every single day. So my tips and what I learned and the secrets I have to tell you guys from this business boot camp is there are no secrets. There's no secrets. It is literally an expansion of the 3 vital behaviors wherever you are in your business. And the magical system that I'm operating under is a result of me doing daily activities that therefore fall into a system I have created. You know, I'm required, I do 3 to 4 social media posts a day. Okay? Every day, I do a motivational post. Every day, I do a little video post. That could be a tip of the day or workout of the day. Or today I did it under 1 minute, how to braid someone's hair, because I get asked about my braid all the time. It's a video. It's just putting you out there. Like, how do I get my head nice and shiny and bald when I don't have any hair, Dustin? I want to know. My husband wants to know how to rock a hot bald head, right? Like, you could do that video. And then the other video, so there's the motivation, there's the video, and then the third post for me, my system is on Sundays, I formally invite to my challenge group. On Mondays, I formally invite again. Tuesday is my business share opportunity post. Like, hey, look at this great opportunity. I want to show you what it's about. Wednesday is my story share. Like, I'm a celiac. I have this, I have that. It's more about me, sharing me. On Thursday, I do another formal invite to my challenge group. On Friday, I do a nutrition post. And the weekend is more sharing to the business opportunity and more about me and what makes me a coach and why this opportunity could fit with you. Within those daily extra posts are always the motivation and always the videos. Like, that's the system that works for me and what I've built over the last 1.5 years. But in the beginning, as a new coach, I just put up 3 motivation things. I didn't know what to do. You build the system as you go. So the more you know, the more you do. And when you know better, you do better. So as a new coach, don't think, oh my God, I gotta be Jenn Fujii, I gotta be Ellen, I gotta be Christine, I gotta be Jake. Just, you gotta be you. You gotta be you where you are with the daily activities. You gotta take those systems that we learned and that you're learning in new coach training and make your list and do it every single day. That's the secret sauce. Non-negotiables that get you the Success Club and build you a business. And a year later, you get to tell us about your system. That's the secret sauce in the business boot camp. And that's my call. And I'm happy to take questions.
Hey Jenn, thank you for sharing. I was trying to make a list of your 10 dailies, and I got lost around 7, I think.
Oh, for sure.
If you don't mind finishing those out for me.
Yeah, so I'll back up. 6 was, I'll start with 5. 5 was 15 to 30 minutes of training calls. And I'm glad you asked me, because underneath training calls, I want to tell you guys that it's not just about listening to podcasts that make you feel good. I've started listening to, within Platinum Presenters, there's years, like there's 2013 team calls. There's the block of 2014. You can go in and listen to those. There's a whole social media block under Platinum Presenters that is great social media training. So 15 to 30 minutes of training calls. And like right now, I really want to build my YouTube channel. So I've started going to one of the podcasts I like is Social Media Examiner. And I've started listening to how to grow your YouTube channel. So I find things that are going to help me build my business and dial me in that 15 to 30 minutes of new calls. The number 6 was following up with people you've reached out to. Follow up in the form of texting, tagging, emailing, calling. Number 7 was I personally connect with my personally sponsored coaches. And if you don't have coaches, you are to connect with your upline coach every day. ask them for something to do. Jenn E on my team, if I've given her a task, she's like, okay, I did it. What's next? I love that because she's engaged, and then I'm not the teacher at that. Your uplines can't be Charlie Brown's teacher, like, wah, 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 wah. When you're engaged and you're like, hey, I came across this, tell me how to do this. It's so much better for the both of you. It's a great learning environment. The more you contribute, you guys, to your upline coach, the more you will get back. Because I know I speak for all of us, myself and Ellen and Beth and Brian and, Jake and all of you who have coaches. We want to teach you. We want to help you. So don't hesitate to ask us for guidance. Number 8 was checking your team page. And that goes along with team page and checking your online office. And I know as a new coach, I was like, well, nothing ever changes. Why do I check it? Because it builds the data. Number 9, connect with 5 people from your master list. And because you're constantly adding to it, you should be connecting with new people. And then number 6 is manage your challenge group. So make sure you're posting your daily posts in your challenge group or your free clean eating or getting your content ready, but you're managing that group and those people.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Any other questions? Hi, Jen Alice. Who's managing a challenge group now? Raise hand. Yeah. Hi, Kristen and Ellen. And who, if you're not managing a challenge group, are you in a challenge group? Good. Okay. If you're not in a challenge group or managing a challenge group, looking at you, Nick, are you being proven the product? Okay, yay. It's good. It's super important because it allows us to connect with our future challengers on a much more empathetic level. When you are doing Max Insanity or you're doing Hammer and Chisel, you're like, oh my God, I did this today and it was wretched. You really know where they're coming from. So it's good. Hi, Michael. So, Ellen, do you have anything to add?
Well, please interrupt me and let me know if I'm like frozen and you guys can't hear me, because I didn't plug into my Ethernet because we were half cooking dinner. So if you can't hear me, let me know. I thought that was really excellent. I think it's exactly what we need to hear and hear again, you guys, myself included. It's what those of you guys that have been closely connected to me. This is what I've been saying the same thing with different words. It's that 80-20, like 80% of our time needs to be doing the basics, the phase 1 stuff, the inviting. And I think that myself included, it's really easy to deceive ourselves with what we're doing and to rationalize the fact that I could spend an hour editing a post, because it's fun and enjoyable. I could spend an hour talking to one of my downline coaches about their cat because it's enjoyable to me. I could spend so much time doing things that actually aren't getting me towards Success Club and they're not inviting behaviors. And that whole 80-20 thing, I think we all have really raised the bar this last month. And I think we're all really on the same page with wanting more out of ourselves. That whole eat that frog thing, we all had a big discussion about it on Team Play Hard, eating the frog. So prioritizing the fun parts of our business. We don't let ourselves do those fun things until we've done our inviting for the day. I think it often begs the question, what exactly is inviting? And I liked how Jen brought up meeting someone at Starbucks and going out of your comfort zone. I would just say inviting is broad. In its simplest form, it's building relationships and building trust. But then we take it in, there's nuances to it, of course, that lead into our business really specifically. But in its simplest form, inviting is building relationships and establishing trust. Let's see, I have a couple more things I wanted to say. I was thinking while Jen was talking really articulately about the topic I was imagining in my head, like, you guys, we've all seen someone go to the gym and like, you know, do like 2 bicep curls and then go stretch and stuff. Like, they're not really working out. I think like, I was like, oh my gosh, sometimes I do that with my business. Like, I'm like, I get in front of my computer, I sit down for 2 hours, and at the end of that, I'm like, I think I just did 2 bicep curls. Like, I didn't really do that much to build my business. So,
I know, Ellen, that's so true. Like, that's, I think that if you guys aren't using the business activity tracker, for that analogy alone, like having really going, I was like, okay, I'm going to go all in, even though I think I'm a magical list maker. I'm going to do this how she wants me to do it. I'm going to print out the business activity tracker and the beach body activities in a week, and I'm going to do it. And I printed one out for every week, month. And I have to tell you, it definitely dials you in on a whole nother level. On a whole nother, because it's a list that someone else made for you, as opposed to you making a list and deciding you want to talk about the cat for an hour. Like, it's so true. It really helps.
Yeah, I've never done the boot camp that Jenn is doing. I'm sure it's like ridiculously outstanding. But when I was a new coach, I did do a new coach training where I had to submit my business activity tracker filled out every day for 6 weeks. I did it 6 weeks, 6 weeks every single day. And I still track my business activities. I don't use our BAT, but I track my business activities. Right now I'm using Google Sheets, and I'm color coding it and making notes on where I met everyone. Oh, I know what I was going to say about systems. So you look at Jenn and you hear what she said, and she's got systems like dialed in. And, you know, I'm sure her systems will continue to evolve and change and have evolved and changed. And so just like a gentle word on that, like, don't beat yourself up if you don't have a system. My systems are always in flux. And, you know, like I'm trying something completely new right now. I'm using events for my challenge groups, totally new. Maybe it'll flop. What else am I doing new? I'm using a lot of Google surveys to get information and try to collect emails and stuff. That's a new system. Who knows if it'll work? So I would just say keep trying new things until you have, like she had her Monday this, Tuesday this, Wednesday this, Thursday this, until you get it dialed in.
Yeah, I totally agree. You got to throw a bunch of stuff against the wall to see what works. Just be consistent in the throwing. Don't be a shiny dog looker.
Thanks, Kristen. Good night, good night. She's saying good night in the chat.
I have to tell you guys. Oh, sorry, Ellen, go ahead.
It's okay. It can wait. It can go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say that, you know, when you guys are talking to your upline and when you guys are getting critiqued, take it for what it's worth, that your uplines want you to be better. And sometimes critique, especially because, you know, we're not your bosses as your uplines. We're leaders, and we're supposed to lead by example. So critiquing can be one of the most non-fun parts of what we do. But we had to do a video for Christine, and we posted it for feedback. And I got chewed for 3 paragraphs. Yes, it was so not fun. And she ripped me a new one. I totally got like scolded. I made my video in my car with my really cool new video holder from Platinum Presenters. I did laugh about it. It was really funny. And for those of you who know me and have seen me do videos, I do videos from my car all the time, especially to my team. Not so much for public use, but for this one, for some reason, I decided that was a good idea. Well, Christine Dwyer let me know in many ways, not only was it not a good idea, but to never, ever, under any circumstance, ever do it again. And she like totally was like sarcastic in her response. And like, did you think it was a good idea to show your quote, best practices from your car while moving? So I have to say, like, I was like, wow, but you know what? I'm never going to do that again. So just take feedback for what it is. It's meant to have you grow and, you know, be willing to say, God, yeah, I kind of sucked on that one. That wasn't so good. So I wanted to share that with you guys.
Well, tell her the other videos you make in your closet.
I know. Well, I won't share that because we're still recording, but yeah.
Oh, yeah.
She made a video about me.
Oh yeah, I made it. Yeah. Yes, I did. And it was
Christine Dwyered me.
I did. I was more humorous though. And I had more love. I wasn't so like, you're an idiot. Yeah.
In so many words, though.
Yeah.
One thing I'll add, if I may, to the daily list, like there's some of these things I'm doing naturally, and some of them I'm terrible at. But what I've been trying to focus on lately is to identify the ones that I struggle with the most, the ones I dread the most, and doing them first. Just getting them out of the way so that instead of saving them for the end of the day when I'm tired and unmotivated, I've already done the stuff that takes time and energy for me, and I can just kind of cruise through the things that come natural to me. So I've been trying to work on that lately, and I just share that hopefully that because it might help some of you. So I thought I'd just put that out there. Crickets.
Thanks, Jake. No, I was unmuting to say thank you.
I gave you a thumbs up.
I'm used to it.
By the way,
It's
speaking
true.
of that, speaking of what Jake just said, it's really weird. Just so you guys all know, it's really weird to be the one leading the call. Just so you all know. Is it not, Jen? Is it not a weird thing? Because like, it's weird to be talking to your computer and like some of you will be like, like last week Kristen was shopping, and it's just like, wait, are they bored? I think they're bored to tears. But you're all just muted and listening, probably. I wanted to say really quickly for my sneak peek that I do, it's just something that you guys do not have to participate in at all. You can invite to the business opportunity to your tribe and your people and your leads however you want. It's just something that is there for you if you want it. So all I do is a slideshow presentation. It's not about me, it's about our team and the opportunity. So it has a lot of your transformation photos that you've given me permission to share. And it's just like when the company was founded and what the opportunity is and what a challenge pack is and how much it costs to enroll as a coach and what we do and what a coach is. And it's all it is. It's like 18 minutes long, and it's there. I'm doing it just once a month right now. So if you want to invite to that, you can. I'll make an event. If you want to do it your way, completely fine. So, or if you're upline Star Diamond. Jen, what are you guys doing for Sneak Peek and Team Inspired Fitness right now? Do you have one that you're doing right now?
No, I was going to actually do the sneak peek for Team Play Hard.
Oh.
Like the one you and I have done in the past together.
Okay.
Yeah, I wanted to
Let's
talk to you about that.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's revisit that now that let's revisit that offline. That'd be great.
Yeah.
I'll stop recording.
Yeah.